You are not your pain. That's a realization that I've come to after many years of experiencing what I would call very, very uncomfortable sensations. So sensations in the back, like muscles hurting for no apparent reason, tightness in the head, tingling sensations in the face, achy legs. And all of this, obviously, after many years, comes hand in hand with some kinds of mental challenges as well, like feelings of depression, feelings of like extreme fear and terror and anxiety. And I've kind of reached a place now through much contemplation and a meditative practice over the last 6 months of that I am not my pain, and you are not your pain either. We are not this. And sometimes, because those sensations are so strong and the emotions behind them are so powerful, that we condition ourselves into feeling through repetition, that we can start to think that this is who we are. That can be quite, let's say, dangerous, because what comes with it is this victim mentality, kind of like, poor me. And many questions may arise, like, why me? Why have I been chosen to have this extreme kind of suffering? Questions that we just can't answer, like, when will this end? When's the pain going to go away? And in the last few days, and probably the point of me making this channel actually to share this, is that I realized that I can choose how I feel about this, and you can choose, and anyone can choose at any time how to feel about these sensations. So we can wake up in the morning and we can choose to go and sit on the sofa with our heads in our hands and say ouch, and really tune into how bad it feels and what this means for the rest of the day, and this negative outlook on the day, and how am I gonna manage to pull myself through another day, is a very common thought that I have had for many times, and coming to this realization now, it's almost as if, yes, I can wake up and do that. And that has been my choice through this victim mentality and this sufferer identity for a long time. But it doesn't have to be the case for anyone. And so you can choose how to feel about this. And that's pretty much what I'm deciding to do now. And I'm going to make many more videos about this to share that, essentially, because I feel like that's come from many years of being in a dark place and identifying with the idea of why is this happening to me and poor me. The first thing I want to share is that when you start to do this and you start to change those patterns of the mind that have gone on for me for like over a decade, essentially a decade and a half, of ouch, 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 why me, and you start to change that and you shift that, you're going to encounter a lot of resistance. Because the mind doesn't like that. It has its identity, this is who you are, and all of a sudden you start to just tweak that a bit and play with that. Maybe this isn't you, and the mind gets very scared, and so it will try and pull you back into, no, remember you can't do these things, remember you can't exercise too much, and remember you can't exert too much energy because you get exhausted. And this is where you have to be really, really courageous and really strong, and also very patient. And remember that you always have that decision to choose how you're going to feel about it. And with repetition of that, you can start to condition the mind into being what you want to be, as opposed to what you feel life has just given you. So with that, be strong and keep shining that light that you are. Keep shining that, because that's always been there. It's never gone away. It's just got a bit clouded sometimes. Understandably, we have to accept what has happened and accept that we've had certain mentalities, but it doesn't have to be who you are.